What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of the League SBC to Glory. We are up to, or down to, whichever way you want to look at it, 32,000 coins. Some more items have sold. I've ended up getting rid of a lot of the contracts and consumables that aren't really selling. So we've got some players, some fitness cards left on. So because the trade pile is where it's at right now, I think for the time being, so that I can try and get as many players into the club as possible, for the time being, we're going to only list up cards that I know will sell, and we'll store everything else. So to give you guys a small indication of what that will be, so I'll store basically every player here. So we're going to start flooding players into the club, trying to get our League SBCs up. And what I might do, which I don't necessarily recommend generally speaking, because it's just not efficient and not needed, but what I might do is I might start putting my off-league bronzes into silver pack upgrades, because I don't have anything to do with them at this moment in time, and so it would be a good use of those cards to get some silvers into the club now without the opportunity of doing silver pack method. So again, just giving us more potential of opening packs. We are getting some Chinese League players here, so we are in a real nice spot for the Chinese League. It's probably not too far away from us being able to just start completing the odd squad or two here now. If we get 4 or 5 players and we have a look at the rest of them, it might be worth starting to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and open a whole bunch of bronze packs, fill up the trade pile, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, welcome back. The trade pile has been listed and relisted. We are back up to 30,000 coins. We've got a 2k bronze there, and a few other bronzes that have sold. A few of the position modifiers and other consumables, not position modifiers, training cards and other consumables are selling, which is obviously quite nice. We're still fighting with the trade pile right now. It's currently almost midnight UK time, recording this part of the video. You know, we're fighting against just a lack of people on, basically. But I decided to just wait for a second to show this part of the video, just because we've got 3 really good cards in the pack. A few of them worth 1,000, and one of them, I think that 2k bronze, was also out of this pack. And then we also got this guy here, which will go into our squad. So just to keep you updated on where we're at, I'm going to carry on opening some bronze packs now, and trying to rebuild into our club a bit more. We've packed a lot more CSL players. So what I think I'm going to do, just because it's not something that I would recommend doing necessarily normally, but I'm going to do it because I want some CSL silvers if possible, is I am actually going to go through all of my players and use all of the bronzes from the non-leagues in the upgrade packs for silvers, just to see if we can get some good silvers out of it. You know, typically speaking, I wouldn't do it because we're quite low on coins. We're quite in a good spot with the rest of the, the rest of the account, but we're quite low on coins in general. So I'm going to go and finish off opening the bronze packs until this trade pile is full up. Then we're going to go build as many silver packs as we can, and then I'll be back to open the silver packs with you guys. So after this bronze pack right here, hopefully we get something nice. What are we saying, EA? Oh, very nice. Turkish League player. That's very nice indeed. And 200 coin unlock. Very nice. Yeah, I will see you guys in a second. As I've built just 10, so I've used 110 players out of the club. Oh, we sold something too, which is nice to have a spare spot. So yeah, we've used 110 players out of the club, and we're still at 320 players. Ultimately, I'm looking for just any CSL players right now. Obviously, Brescia players, Sheffield players, Norwich players, whatever, Sassuolo players, whoever it may be, also very welcome. But more importantly, the Saudi League and the Chinese League players are what we're looking for. That wasn't a good start. And then we'll go back to bronze packs once our trade pile opens up, which it probably won't tonight. So this will probably be the last part of the series that I do for tonight specifically. And then we'll be back. Well, for you guys, it'll be straight away. And for me, it'll be back in the morning once the players and the trade pile starts clearing a bit cleaner. Hopefully, I don't know if there's any winter refresh cards that had silver base cards. We get a Turkish League player. He's only a 6. Yeah, he's only like a 500 coin player, which is why I love the Turkish League, to be perfectly honest. Turkish League, I think, is one of the greatest ones out there at the moment. Decent packs in return, real cheap to complete. A good mix of bronze, silver, and gold. So you've always got the league flowing quite constantly. What else do we get here? So an LAFC player. Again, a nice and cheap one. Doesn't really make much of a difference to us. So we are going to add 20 silver players into the bank, which of course is very nice. It's just whether or not we can hit one of those big ones. Let's see if we get anything in this one. Just any Chinese league player. Come on. No, we haven't even hit ace. Did we hit one league SBC player so far with... There are 3 winter refreshes that are silver base. Oh, very nice. Oh, that's not bad. An Espanyol left back. I mean, he's still cheap as well. But he'll come in handy. We hit two MLS in the Turkish league so far. Yeah, so 3 league SBC cards so far, but not the leagues that I'm looking for. But with the 30k... Yeah, see, this is real bad luck right here. With the 30k or so coins that we've got, it could be a good idea to start polishing off some of the Chinese league ones. Oh my days. If we're going to end up with just 3, that would be really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Let's see if we can get one here. Oh, there we go. A Saudi league, Al Rayed. I mean, he's mad cheap, but better than nothing, right? And then last but not least, before we go back to another trade pile and clear off some items there, we're going to get a Brescia centre-back. Please. No, that was generally quite terrible off of those, but I will be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a day or so since I've been on the account. When yesterday FIFA went down, I kind of forgot about the account and didn't log on to it again for the whole night. So only this morning of me recycling some of the items have we sold some stuff, but we've sold some stuff. I've got a whole bunch of comments from the last video for today's episode. Now, the 2 squad fitness cards, they both went for 5k to the... this isn't lazy buyers buying this. This is web app buyers accidentally buying for max bin instead of like bid price. I've done it myself. I'm sure you guys have done it as well. But that's where we're at with that. So we made a nice amount of profit off of that. And I'm sure some of you guys are selling some of your cards as well for 5k. So congratulations to you. Again, a whole bunch of stuff hasn't sold. So I'm going to start storing it all back into the club now. Just so that we can get our trade pile wide open again for another whole bronze pack session. But of course, the bronze packs are going to be done on the stream. So that squad fitness card didn't even sell at all. Neither did that kit. I'm going to try that kit one more time though. And then we have a few other consumables that haven't quite gone yet that I'm going to relist again throughout the day. But as we go through some more bronze packs, I will do them. You know, I don't want to overburden you guys with bronze packs. As I said in the last episode, you know, I know this is boring. It's relatively boring to watch, but it gives me a good opportunity to talk about the comments from the video. And the first comment is from Stuart. He says, Yo, Net, been following along with this series, and whilst I have a lot of League SBC cards, I have no coins. Since you were the other way around, I was wondering if you could explain when to sell items to make more coins. Does it help to sell in the daytime? It definitely does help to sell in the daytime, yes. I've listed everything other than 3 leagues, but barely anything seems to sell. Every time something does sell, I'm putting the coins straight back into bronze packs, meaning that I currently don't have enough to complete marquee matchups past the first squad. Sorry for the long comment. Love the series. Keep up the good work. So for you, obviously, I'm trying to make this as difficult as I can for me so that you guys can see that I can do it from scratch. For you, you got 2 options. Option number 1 is you just got to keep waiting, right? Keep listing those items, keep recycling them every hour and just wait. You know, like you're building up your club, you're building up your bank balance. If you're saving cards from 3 leagues, go and check those leagues to see if you're able to kind of start working towards some squads on that. If, you know, obviously with no coins, it'd be a bit difficult. But for you, which I can't do, is you can play games. You go and play your squad battles games, get at least to you know, silver 3 or silver 2. Make sure you play your champs games at least to silver 3. You know, if you guys can go on to gold 3 or silver 1 or whatever, the better. Make sure you get your rivals games in so that you at least get rank 3 in rivals, and that will give you a massive influx of coins and cards, which obviously is a big win, and that will keep you going whilst you're waiting. Like for me, I don't mind waiting an hour to refresh and then an hour to refresh and then an hour to refresh, because I know that I have the time. Because this isn't my main account, I don't need to care about getting those coins like as quick as possible or whatever. Like, you know, I have the patience to just sit there, and if it takes a week for me to grind back up to 10k coins through the bronze packs, then it takes a week for me, right? For you guys, I know that you want to do it a lot quicker. and get there a lot faster. So make sure you are playing the game as much as you can, as often as you can, to continue with bringing coins in and bringing cards in. And then it is literally about perseverance. And one of the other comments that I took for today's video was from Jack Ellis. And Jack says, loving the grind and wanting more than ever to get into it. Let me list these cards up. I've spent today grinding bronze pack method for the first time ever, and whilst I'm filling the club with usable players for League SBCs, I'm struggling to make profit. I'm sending an awful lot of players to the club after they aren't selling for 200 coins 3 times over. I list all my items as you do, and I'm just breaking even, if not making minor profits. Where am I going wrong? What can I do to make profit off the BPM? Love the content. Can't wait to start League SBC make lots of progress on my account. So first of all, the fact that you're filling your club with usable players for League SBCs and you're still making minor profits, that's a big win. That's exactly what you should be doing. Like, BPM is not about immediate short-term massive gains. I've only made a lot of really, really big gains because I got lucky enough to pack 2 6K players, and I've been lucky enough to sell 4 cards for 5K to web app buyers. So just off of those 6 cards alone, I've made about 32,000 coins, maybe 30K after tax, right? If you take 30K off of my account right now, we barely have any coins. We're actually down. Well, not down, actually. We'll be close to our initial 10K start price. In fact, we'll be about our initial 10K start price. And then all we would have actually gained is the items that we've got in the club. So if that's where you're at, you're succeeding. Just keep going and keep going. Keep making those small profits. Keep trying to list everything as much as you can. But what I wanted to talk about here is, like, as I kind of expected, because so many people would have started doing this right now because of the videos that I've been putting up, it is going to influence the market. Whereas before, you would have had, say, 500,000 bronze items on the market. You obviously have a way higher chance of selling your card at that time. Now, because of so many people going into the bronze pack method, there might be 1 million items or 1.5 million bronze items or even 2 million bronze items. So you're less likely to sell your card to that guy that just needs a bronze player, needs to buy a card, needs to buy a fitness card, needs to buy an attributes card. You're less likely because so many people are flooding the market. You know, again, if you think about just the fact that you and, let's say, even 1,000 other people have listed up 100 bronze items, that's now 100,000 extra bronze items on the market that weren't there before. So what kind of has to happen over the next few days is the people that won't persevere and won't keep relisting and keep relisting and keep relisting, they'll ultimately stop. They'll claim this doesn't work and they won't make anything from it, but it will kind of like reduce the saturation in the market, which will increase your opportunity to sell cards. Like, you can even see for me, the first day that I did this video, I was selling items straight away, even before I was like the hour had gone. And then at the end of the hour, I was getting rid of like 40 items and 60 items. I was selling loads of players. Now, however, I'm selling like 6, 8, or 10 items a time, and it obviously is like just because the market is way more saturated. But you still got to persevere. You still got to go through it. If you just give up, you won't reap the benefits. And rest assured, eventually you will reap the benefits. Even those dead cards that you're putting into your club, or the cards that didn't sell from a League SBC that you put back into your club. On Thursday, when EA release the new marquee matchups or the marquee moments, there will be a league or a team or a position or a nation that will go through the roof, bronze cards included, and you'll be able to start listing loads of them, getting them all gone for like 400 coins a piece or 500 coins a piece. And that's when you'll really start to see the true benefits of marquee matchups, of the bronze pack method as part of the League SBC grind. But bear in mind, again, the bronze pack grind and the silver upgrade grind, and then eventually the silver pack grind is like, it's only the first part of the League SBC system. Afterwards, you know, it's more important to go for the League SBC grind, and we're just working towards that point. And yeah, it's taken, you know, a fair while, but that's how it goes. You know, if you want to start from nothing and you want to kind of get the understanding as to exactly how it works, we're going to have to show you exactly how it works and go from there. I should have checked that guy. He might have been a bit more expensive. He might as well, because he's 63 rated. No, he's not. And so that's what I'd say to that. Lewis says, hey, Nep, just wondering how it's actually possible to make any profit from the silver packs. 2.5k from silvers is very hard to make up unless you hit a Brescia or Paderborn type player. And at some point, I assume you throw them in SBCs too. Just don't see how you make any profit from them in the long term. So let me open one and I'll kind of give you a breakdown. I will do a dedicated video to us opening silver packs and showcasing you guys a little bit more as to how silver packs work. But ultimately, I mean, this guy might sell all those in injury cards. I'll list him for 500 coins. He might sell, he might not. Like, the coaches don't particularly sell too much. So that's already 500. If he sells, that's already 500 of our 2,500 coins back, right? Contracts won't sell. The fitness card will get either 150 coins or 5,000 coins for. This kit won't sell. This goalkeeper thing won't sell. So you've got 3 players here. Basically, much like what I was just talking about the bronze packs, you're just waiting until this guy who's currently worth, it's actually lowest been 500, 300, 200. This guy right now is only worth 200. Once EA release an SBC, and they will eventually, where a right mid that's silver is needed, this guy will go up to 400, 500, 600 coins. Maybe if he's in a foot bin solution, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 coins. That's where you make your money. A Liverpool centre mid, this guy straight away for me, I'm actually going to make like the 2.5k back off of him just alone. Right, so that's our coins back on that one. That's a little bit lucky, so we'll open another one. And then that one, he's not worth anything. So these 2 guys that are worth only 200 or 300 coins right now, I store them in the club and I wait until they're valuable. I wait until they have a reason to be sold. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they'll just store that card in the club. They'll forget about it forever and they'll be like, doesn't work, guys, it doesn't work. And so when that card is valuable, when that card is sellable, if you're not on it, getting into your club and actually selling the items, you got no chance. Basically, you got no chance to actually make your money back. So we're again going to list up this for these items here. We're going to list up the dribbling card to hope that sells. Check the 2 kits. Sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't. So we'll get a couple 100 coins for this, and you're basically just hedging your bets that you will eventually make money back off of the players. Again, this guy not worth much right now. This guy probably not worth much right now either. He's not. And this guy probably not worth much right now either. And he's not too. So I'm basically just going to wait. All you need to do is sell the players. Because of the discards and the consumables, on average, like 600 to 700 coins per player is all you need to get the full pack value back. If you're patient and if you sell at the right time, on average, you will sell those players at 1,000 coins or 1,500 coins or 3,000 coins or whatever it may be, right? So it's all about just patience and timing, which we'll go through over this series. I'll show you when I'm selling, why I'm selling, how I'm selling, that sort of stuff, and then how to make a bit of a better profit on the rest. And then Madman says, Yo, Nep, do you sell the gold from marquee matchups or keep them? Would love to know, as I have no need for major league golds at this stage, but don't know whether to sell or not. So I'll just keep it all for now. Like, I'd only ever sell the golds if I'm like, look, I've run out of coins, I want to open more bronze packs, let me start selling off some golds to open some bronze packs. But ultimately, hold the golds, hold the silvers that you pick up, just keep selling the bronze cards. That would be my advice. So for today, I think that's pretty much going to be it for what we've got going on today. Tomorrow we'll be back with some more trade piles, some more clearances of bronze packs and stuff like that. We're still not necessarily in a great spot because I just haven't put too much time into this account, which is, by design. I purposely don't want to just live on this account, otherwise it will just go way too easy. But just to give a little breakdown of where we're at with some of the Chinese league teams, I think there's 2 of them that I might start for tomorrow. There's 2 teams I think that we have 6 players of, which we will go in and fill out the rest of tomorrow. So tomorrow's episode, or whenever we upload it, will be our first teams for League SBCs done. So Tianjin is very cheap anyway, so I might do Tianjin. And I'm sure there was one where we had, maybe it was a Saudi league. I don't think I've got enough Saudi league players. I thought it was a Saudi league. I'm sure I had 6 players from one of the teams. I can't imagine it's a Saudi league, but we'll give it a little check here. 2 from Al Fateh. Nothing from... Yes, the Saudi league's still a bit low. And this is why I've still got to keep grinding bronze packs. Like, even on the leagues where I need bronzes, we're still way low on these teams. So, yeah, maybe I was just wrong. Maybe there wasn't one that I had 6. Maybe it was 4. But we'll start working on that tomorrow. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.